Raider Nation, what is the deal, man? Once again, you're watching another episode of the Raider Rundown, man. And what we got to discuss today, Raiders seem to have competed for their first padded practice. A lot of good news coming out of training camp today, man. So we got to get into it. And of course, we talked earlier about the struggles. And of course, they came out here and made me look stupid. But that's what the fuck we want, right? So without further ado, man, let's get this theme music rocking and let's get into it.
Young guy, I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports.
Raider Nation, what is the deal, man? Once again, you're watching another episode of the Raider Rundown. Make sure you're tapping on the like and subscribe button and hit on the little notification bell so you don't miss none of the content I got dropping like this one right here. So check it out, man. Like I said, a lot of good news coming out of training camp today, man, and we gotta go ahead and touch on it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So like I said, I released a video earlier today, man, and of course, they come out here and make me look foolish. I said the Raiders were having their struggles offensively, man. Shit wasn't looking right. Jimmy was a little off kilter. But at the end of the day, they come out here and a lot of good news, like I said, has been coming out. Today, you see people talk about Jimmy has been accurate. Jimmy has been real efficient today with his passes. At the same time, hit Devontae Adams with another deep route, was hitting a lot of receivers in stride today, was hitting a lot of receivers with good accuracy. So that's what the fuck we have to see, man. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. So we have to remember, right, as a fan base, that Jimmy is still getting his feet up under. He's still getting, his rhythm. At the same time, he grew up in this McDaniels offense. He was drafted into this McDaniels offense, but hasn't run it for a number of years. You feel what I'm saying? It's been a number of years since he's really got in here, got the lingo, got his real rhythm with, the offense and how he wants it to be ran. So at the end of the day, we have to give him some time. You know what I mean? We touched on that a little bit on this channel, but at the end of the day, we got to give him some more time, right? He has to keep going, keep getting repetition. And with that repetition, we're going to see him taking more command of the offense, right? It's funny, somebody, in my comments, shout out to Don, man. Shout out to my man, Don Phillips. If you look at him in the comments, he said he wasn't worried. He commented under my last video. He wasn't worried about Jimmy. He got to get his repetition going. And that's exactly what we're hearing today. So shout out to my man. But at the same time, that's what we do on this channel, man. We don't panic. At the end of the day, man, we keep it G and we just see what goes on day by day. We understand that this is a process, right? And the process is underway as we speak. So Jimmy G looked good, right? At the same time, you're hearing a lot of good reports about Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow looks to be in mid-season form, okay? According to somebody, Beast Writer, if you know him, he's on Twitter, good beat reporter for the Raiders. At the same time, he says Hunter looks like he's in mid-season form, which is good because at the end of the day, we've heard a lot of trade talks coming out about Hunter Renfrow, right? And his name has been involved in a lot of trade talks. But at the end of the day, he's coming out here, he's showing that when he's healthy, he is a real weapon, a real threat. And that's something we all know. Do we expect him to get that 1,000 yards again? I don't really expect him to get the 1,000 yards again, but at the end of the day, if he does, well, shit, that means the Raiders offense is going nuts, right? And that's all we can hope for. At the end of the day, I'm hoping that Hunter returns to, that Hunter that we were seeing 2 years prior, right? And that the dude who was killing the league, nobody could really stay in front of him. And it's good to see also that they're not limiting him to just those slot, routes where he's running, zags and just running out, speed outs and shit like that. They're having him go down the field now. From what we're hearing out of training camp, Hunter Renfrow is now being able to go down the field, run some of these corners, run some of these post routes. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's good for him. He has sneaky good speed, sneaky good athleticism at the same time. And I feel like we have to really accommodate that and have to really showcase what he can do, really bring out his entire arsenal. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it seems like Josh McDaniels is trying to do this year. This year, he's trying to let his weapons bring out their full entire arsenal when you see Jacoby, Devontae, Hunter Renfrow. If they're letting these guys unleash, it's going to be real nasty. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm excited for that. Next little note we got to get into, one that I was looking forward to, and on this channel we talked about. the running backs seem to have been making their mark, have been making their stamp. You feel what I'm saying? You can already see people starting to talk about Zamir White's presence, right? Physicality. They're starting to talk about he's a bulldozer, and that's something we talked about on this channel too. And if you listen to Amir Abdullah's presser today after practice, he talked about Zamir's ability to do what? Take every run to the house. And that's an ability that we touched on as well. He has that one cut ability that if he gets in the open field, he has the speed that I feel like, Jake, although we would love to have Jacobs back, he has another speed element that Jacobs does not have. He has this ability to crib some of these touches, right? And that's exciting as a player, especially, when we looking at what type of run game we want to have. If we have a running back that's a threat to take every carry to the house, right? I mean, at that point, it makes our offense that much more dangerous. So that's something we have really, really been waiting to hear. That's good, positive news, right? We got to hear Zamir is getting right. We got to hear Zamir's getting jiggy, because if we don't, then we have cause for concern. But I think, with the way he looks, right, you see his body, the way he's toned up, the way his feet was looking. When you see some of these videos of him going through the drills, he looks primed, man. He looks like he's been working. He looks like he's in shape. He looks like he's ready to take on the load as a running back one if that time does come for him. And I feel like even if Jacobs comes back, we're going to see a significant amount of Zamir White, even if Jacobs comes back. I do believe that, right? So you looking at him, we heard some reports about Sincere McCormick as well. And that's a guy that's under the radar. A lot of guys that, are in the Raider community really like. So it's good to hear shit like that from the offense, man. But, we couldn't end the video off without talking about a little bit of the defense. And sorry, but Michael Mayer has to be the subject of just brutality when we're talking about him going against Max Crosby today. And Max Crosby was out there causing havoc, which is nothing new, right? That he's going to fuck shit up. That's just what he's going to do. So at the end of the day, man, we know we have a leader on defense, but we hearing that he was giving Michael Mayer a baptism today. You feel what I'm saying? So, but that's what you need. I'd rather him get that shit in camp, get it right now against one of the best defenders in the NFL, get it out the system. So when you go against other players in the league, you have already went with the best. You've been toe-to-toe with the best. You've gotten better with somebody who's going to really sharpen your iron. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, getting baptized out, but from what we were hearing, he was getting baptized today. He was getting his ass thrown around, but he kept getting up and he kept getting at it. And I mean, he's a rookie, so at the end of the day, he's gonna go through those rookie growing pains, but this is only gonna make him better, and that's beautiful. That's what I want to hear. Fuck it, I want to hear that. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I want to now see what he's gonna do. You feel what I'm saying? That's what's interesting to me now. Okay, today you got thrown around, first day of practice. Let's see how you come back tomorrow. All right, and that's gonna tell us about the type of tight end we got when practice comes back tomorrow. Now, think about this. They did release O.J. Howard today as well. Okay, so releasing O.J. Howard now tells me that Jesper Horsted is going to come in here and be your tight end 3. You're going to have Michael Mayer as your tight end 1, Austin Hooper tight end 2, Jesper Horsted tight end 3. So they really believe in this young nucleus core, right? Although Austin Hooper has had a couple of down seasons, he was once regarded as a up-and-coming top tight end, So this is somebody that you also have, track record in being a very successful receiving tight end and just a successful tight end, period, in the league. So at the end of the day, this is real good shit coming from it. And last but not least, my favorite story coming out of practice today, man. We talk about Jimmy G and Max Crosby going at it to the point where Max Crosby got to run laps because they feel like he's going a little overboard. That's the type of shit I love to see, bro. Anybody that's tripping on that you see tripping on that, disregard that. You know why I love to see that, bro? It's competition. And what the fuck else do we want? You feel what I'm saying? Although we respect what the past Raiders have done, it's time to start doing shit a new way. The cookie cutter shit ain't gonna cut it. You feel what I'm saying? And if it's time to get nasty, and if everybody wants to get back to the old Raider way, ain't this what it is anyway? If that's what I'm understanding. So at the end of the day, I want to see our two captains on both sides of the ball going at it, getting fiery, competing. Because why? That's going to make us better, bro. And at the end of the day, that's going Now build the respect between teammates. You feel what I'm saying? Although if it's not disrespectful, you say, okay, I respect this motherfucker. He's not just gonna let me come in here and just talk shit. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'm gonna talk my shit, you gonna talk your shit, but I respect what we own, and now I know we can go to war. Now when it's both of us together against a mutual enemy, guess what's about to happen? I know I can trust this motherfucker to go to war, and we about to get busy. So at the end of the day, right, this is all positive news on this first day with Paz, man. I only expect them to get better and better and better. We're looking for incremental growth, right? And that's what I feel like we about to start seeing. So I'm real pleased on what I'm hearing today. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this news, anything you've heard from training camp, man. What other stories have you heard from training camp, man? Y'all let me know down below, man. Did I miss anything? Y'all tell me. And remember, I'm going live on Thursday. Make sure y'all tune in. It's 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. Got a very special guest. Can't let y'all know who it is, but tune in. Y'all will find out. And remember, I always keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown. Hey, man, get me up out of here.